Have you ever had a moment in your life where some kind of challenge arises and you're thinking to yourself, why is this happening to me? Or maybe you even had a moment where you were like, how am I even attracting this? One of my clients asked these questions when we were doing a coaching session, and I thought to myself, why not make a video on this topic so other people can benefit from the information as well? And that way, they can avoid these manifestation mishaps and manifest the things that they actually do want. Aloha, beautiful souls. My name is Ryan of tranSOULution, and I am here to help you along your spiritual journey of self discovery and deep transformation. So, before we get into the nitty gritty of this conversation, there's one thing that you do need to accept. You are always attracting things, and you are always manifesting. Now, if this doesn't really resonate with you, or you don't really get it or agree with it, then it's gonna make the rest of this conversation a little bit challenging to process. So, are you still with me? Let's get into it then. So, just to make sure that we're on the same page here, the law of attraction is basically saying that you will attract into your life whatever you focus on. So, wherever you're putting your energy and your attention into, that's what you're going to attract and manifest into your life. So, in simple terms, when you're focused and your attention is on positive things, it's focused on abundance, then you will attract these pleasant, positive things into your life. And in those moments when you are very focused in on negativity, some scarcity, lack, then those are the kind of things you're going to attract into your life. Now, there's a little bit more to the picture than that, but for the purpose of this video and this conversation, it's a great place to start. So the first problem that I see when people are getting into the law of attraction is that they're disproportionately focused on the positive aspect of law of attraction, meaning what are the things that they want to manifest, and those things only. So what I see in the beginning for a lot of people on this journey is that they focus a lot on these affirmations. So if you're watching this video, I'm sure you've heard of affirmations, and people, when they start off with law of attraction, they have their manifestation journal maybe, and they write down all their manifestations and the things that they want. Maybe they even use the 3-6-9 method for those of you that are in the know. And some people also, they say things out loud, they say these affirmations to themselves, sometimes, in front of a mirror, and people even, they do their vision boards as well to aid in this manifestation process. Now, don't get me wrong, those are pretty awesome practices to have, but there's a little bit more that goes into becoming a conscious creator and having the law of attraction work in your favor. And now the truth of the matter is that people, when they use the law of attraction, they also have to acknowledge the negative side of the coin. That just like you are such a powerful manifester that you can attract and manifest these positive, awesome things into your life, you are equally powerful at attracting some of the things that maybe you don't really desire in your life. And this is the part that so many people avoid confronting and working with when they begin their journey with the law of attraction. And you know what? I totally get it. And I don't blame you at all for wanting to take your focus and attention away from these negative things that are happening and manifesting in your life, right? Who wants to spend time and energy and effort on those things anyway that, make us angry, make us sad? I was totally the same way when I started. I focused on only the positive things that I wanted to manifest in my life. And when something came along that I didn't really like, I just, tried to pretend like it didn't happen. I was totally avoidant, and probably some people would say I was in denial. But just because I ignore things, and just because you may choose to ignore certain things that come into our lives, that doesn't actually make it go away. And I don't know if you've experienced this as well, but negative things do find their way into our lives, whether we invite them or not. And real talk, y'all, These negative manifestations, or these, manifestation mishaps, we'll call them, they're going to keep coming into your life until you address whatever that underlying source of these manifestations truly is. So it's important that we embrace these occurrences in our life and realize that there's actually something to be learned and gained from them. And that brings me to the second problem. So the second issue that I see when people are starting their journey with law of attraction is that when something that they don't really like manifests into their lives, they can do one of a couple of things. So one thing that they can do is basically just say law of attraction is like totally bogus, fake news all the way, and just kind of abandon the whole process of incorporating law of attraction into your life, into your belief systems. And a second thing that people can do is actually keep on keeping on. Like Dory, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. And they have this sort of like indomitable will and this like faith and optimism. And so they just keep pressing forward and they don't let these things stop them. But what inevitably happens is something else that they don't want manifests in their life. So which camp would you say that you fall in? Now let's go back to that first statement that was made at the beginning of this video, that you are always attracting and you are always manifesting. Now here's the thing. You are co-creating your reality with the universe, with source, with the almighty creator, with God, whatever term you like to use. You are co-creating. And the thing with this is the universe, or God, again, whatever you want to use, the universe doesn't see things as good or bad. Everything just is. It's we as like the human beings that assign things values, and we label things as positive, negative, good, bad. The universe, on the other hand, what the universe sees is your thoughts, your actions, and your belief systems. And what it does is it gathers all of those things together and co-creates with you a version of reality that is in line with your thoughts, your actions, and your belief system. And now, just to distinguish what I'm talking about here, I'm talking about you as an individual. I'm not talking about things like racism, sexism, homophobia, xenophobia, poverty, global warming. I'm not talking about those things. That's more in the domain and realm of the collective conscious, and that's like an entirely separate conversation itself. But back to you and your life and your microcosm. When something manifests into your life that you ain't really feeling, you best believe that you helped co-create it. And I know that idea actually doesn't really sit very well with you. It didn't honestly sit well with me either when I first thought of it, because I was like, wait, what do you mean I created this like poo-poo circumstance? Like, what do you mean I attracted this awful ex back into my life, right? Like those kinds of things. But again, if we're accepting the law of attraction as part of our belief systems and as part of our reality, we are always attracting, we are always manifesting all the good things, all the bad things that come into our life. And when you are attracting or manifesting whatever you label as a negative thing in your life, what some people don't, take that next step forward to do is to acknowledge and realize that there is some part of you, like deep within. It can often be found in the subconscious mind. Maybe you might even know it as like shadow self, that is responsible for attracting these negative experiences into your life. And honestly, the good news is that you can totally do that inner work to identify what it is within you that attracted this negative thing into your life, and you can heal it and you can release it so that it doesn't become a recurring issue for you. And you can take all these like poo-poo kind of things that you don't want in your life and have more of these like whoop whoop celebrate kinds of thing in your life. So as you're going through your journey, the next time that something, negative or undesirable comes into your life, instead of like going into panic mode or getting anxious and being like, get that away from me, just take a moment, breathe. Of course, breathing is such a great practice to implement at those kinds of moments. And, look at the bigger picture. Look at the situation as if you were an outsider rather than the person actually experiencing it. And ask yourself the question, why? Get curious instead of like defensive or offended, right? Get curious. Ask yourself this question. Okay, so I'm an awesome manifester and I manifest a lot of things that come into my life. In fact, everything. So why did I manifest this? And then from understanding that why and digging in deeper to find the reason and the explanation for why this happened, you can get into that process. You take that step towards making sure it doesn't happen again. Oftentimes, these parts of you that attract these things that you don't really desire into your life come from past traumas, past wounds. It comes from societal conditioning and upbringing, so things you learn from maybe family members, teachers, friends, pop culture, news, whatever. It's a great opportunity, actually, to do some inner work and healing so that you can become the best version of yourself. And once you do this healing work, doing the work of healing these past traumas and reprogramming this conditioning and belief system that you were brought up with, then you'll start to see that those things that you didn't like that came into your life, those things that were manifesting that you weren't a fan of, they're happening less often. And what's happening instead is you're manifesting all these positive things that you want. So let's pause on this conversation for now and just reflect and digest all of this information and take a moment to think about, okay, so what is something that manifested into my life that I wasn't such a big fan of? And go ahead and ask yourself that question, why? Why did I manifest that? And be curious. Be non-judgmental. Don't be hypercritical of yourself because that's not going to help this process along. Now, in the next video, we're going to dive even deeper into this conversation, and I'm going to share a few more nuggets of wisdom that I've gained along my spiritual journey to help you avoid these manifestation mishaps and start to more consistently manifest the things that you actually do want in life. So if you enjoyed this video and you got something out of it, make sure to hit that like button, and also make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you can get notified once the next video is up so you don't miss out on the rest of this very important conversation. So until next time, au revoir. Mwah.